Hey everybody, Nathan Ronen, CFA here with another update. This one for Level 1 candidates taking their Level 1 exam in February, May, August, or November 2024. Question I always get, Nathan, what's that silver bullet? What's that magical thing that I need to do to pass my Level 1 exam? You've been in the business for quite some time. Tell me what it is. What's your secret? What do I got to do? And that's the question I get all the time via email, text, WhatsApp, or just in conversations with people that are either in my program or contemplating using my program. If you'd like to know what that magic bullet is, keep listening. But before you do, press the subscribe button now and the notifications button so that you can continue to receive these updates as I produce them and upload them on a weekly or bi-weekly basis. Nathan, tell me, come on, level with me. What's that magic bullet? I don't got time to read the CFA books. I don't want to read the whole curriculum. I just want to pass the exam. If you're going to tell me to read everything, this is not right for me. I don't have time to do thousands and thousands of questions. I just need to know, straight line, what do I got to do to pass Level 1? I hear it that way. Well, here's the answer to that magic bullet. You ready for the magic bullet? The magic bullet is, there is no magic bullet. Now, I know that's not what you want to hear, but I can't lie to you. I can't exaggerate, and I can't tell you things that you want to hear just to make you feel good. There is no magic bullet. There's no little silver bullet that if you just do this, you will automatically pass. Same thing when you're applying for colleges. Now, I don't know if you're watching this, if you went to school in the United States or you're in the United States, but here in the United States, it's very competitive to get into some of the name brand universities and colleges that many candidates, students want to get into. Harvard, Yale, Cornell, University of Pennsylvania, Stanford, MIT. I mean, there's so many of them. But here's the thing. Every college student asks the same question. What do I got to do to get into Harvard? What's that magic bullet that is going to separate me from all the other people applying to Harvard? I mean, there's only 1,200 spots, and there's 40,000 applications. How do I distinguish myself? Everybody's got good grades. Yeah, you're right. Everybody does have good grades. Everybody does have good SATs. That's not what this video is about, but it's the same type of question. And if you ask people who are on the admissions committee for Harvard or Yale or whatever, University of Pennsylvania or Stanford or MIT or Dartmouth or whatever, they're all going to say the same thing. There is no magic bullet. It's subjective. It's a whole encompassing look at the application. Same thing if you were to, I don't know, from a social perspective, you need to see this from a social perspective. You go out on a date with another person. You think things are going well. Everything seems to be going in line. You ask for that second date. They say, not interested. Why? What happened? I did this, I did that, I paid for this, I did. They just don't feel it. There's no chemistry. Whatever it is, they can't put their finger. There's not a magic bullet that says you're going to automatically get that second date. There's no magic bullet that says you're going to get into Harvard. And there's no magic bullet that's going to say you're definitely going to pass the Level 1 exam or the Level 2 or the Level 3 exam. Now, there are things that you can do to improve your chances, but there is no guarantee. Just like there's no guarantee you're going to get into Harvard, even if you have a 1600 SAT, perfect SAT score, even if you have a 4.0 or higher GPA from your high school, even if you've done every extracurricular activity under the moon, even if your essays are great, and even if you've been captain of everything that you can be and you've worked part-time jobs and you don't even sleep at night. There's no guarantee that you're going to get one of those seats. And I could tell you this even from the University of Chicago. When I was on the admissions committee there and I was reviewing applications of people that wanted to get into the University of Chicago, I had to get an overall impression of the candidate. It wasn't one factor that said, hey, this guy got a A+ in biology, so let's let him in. Or, wow, this person worked for 8 years, let's let him in. It was a more encompassing, full, holistic picture of the person. Same thing when you're studying for the Level 1 exam. You can do 10,000 qbank questions. You can read all the CFA books 4 times. I'm exaggerating, but 4 times. If you did, you'd probably be more in line for a lobotomy than a CFA exam if you read them 4 times. But anyway, I digress. And then there's things like, doing mock exams. I mean, all kinds of things that you can do, but they do not guarantee that you're going to pass, because it's not 1 factor or 2 factors or 3 factors. Otherwise, everybody would be doing it. All those factors do is increase your odds of passing. Or doing those things increases your odds of getting accepted to Harvard or the University of Chicago or Stanford. Doing these things increases your odds that you're going to get a second date, but it doesn't guarantee, because there's always subjective factors that have to be taken into account, which, get this down, you have no control over. And when you learn that and when you accept that, and it's hard to do that, and I'm not saying that I always accept everything the way it is. I'm not perfect, but when you accept things and you understand that there's an element of subjectivity to passing the exams, because you don't have a control over the Board of Governors or whoever else determines the pass rate, then you will understand that you try your best and you see what happens. And studying hard is, everybody's hopefully doing that, but that's not going to necessarily translate into pass. It should, but it doesn't always do that. I know plenty of people that put in 800 hours of studying or 600 hours of studying for a level 1 exam and don't pass. And then I've seen a lot of people study for 200, 300 hours and pass. Is it the number of hours? No. It's always quality, quality, quality. And the best thing that you can do, the magic bullet, if you want to call it, to passing your level 1 exam on your first try or your next try, is to be as prepared as possible and to do the work that's necessary in general to pass. And a big factor is hoping that the questions that you get on the exam play to your strengths and play to the material that you really understood very well. Because there's, a lot of times where questions can be asked on the exam and you know what? They caught you with your pants down. You really didn't study it very well. Or you thought they weren't going to ask it and they did ask it. Okay? Nobody can control that. You can't control that. I can't control that. All you can do is get the best preparation possible and hope that with the best preparation, you're going to get the result that you want. And that's what distinguishes candidates. Good preparation. Good preparation usually will get you the result that you want. You can also be well prepared and then be sick the day of the exam, or you could have had a death in the family the night before. That's going to affect your mentality too, because your mental state also is going to have an impact on the way you take the exam. So, understanding that you can't control all of that, what can you do? The best preparation possible. And the best preparation possible is to have somebody in your corner who's going to mentor you, guide you, and take you through the process. So you're not just sitting there with all of this material and saying, now how do I get through all of this? I'll just watch a whole bunch of videos and hopefully I'll pass. There's time involved here. Time is money. There's registration fees. You got to be respectful of that. Be well prepared for your exam. If you want to call that the silver bullet, that's a silver bullet. Well prepared is not just watching videos or reading prep books. That's minimal preparation. If you really want to be well prepared, I want to help you do that. Take a look at my website. Contact me, chalkandboard.org. That's CHALK and AND, board, BOARD, chalkandboard.org. Reach out to me. My number is there. You can text me. You can WhatsApp me. Let's get you well prepared for this exam so you feel confident and you're not sitting the week before the exam going, hey, Nathan, you think I'm going to pass this exam? Oh, Ouija board. Come on, guys. That's not good preparation. That means you are unprepared and ill-confident, and that usually results in a fail. Not always, but many times will result in a fail. So do what you can to be well prepared. Have, again, the instructor that's going to be by your side. It's going to mentor you, is going to create a study plan that works, an effective structured approach. That's me. And I have your interest in heart, and I want to see you at level 2, and I want to see you at level 3, and I want to see you get that charter. And no shortcuts. No shortcuts, people. Shortcuts just don't work for most people. I'm being very honest. So if you're interested, take a look, reach out to me, and let's get the ball, let's get you going to pass level 1 and then right into 2, 3, and charter. All the best to you. Good luck if you're taking the exam. Good luck if you're joining the program, and reach out. Talk to you later. Bye. That's a wrap.